Welcome back to part 3 of the Game Ready Asset course. In this part I'm going to be talking about how to texture in a smart and efficient way using your baked masks as well as anchor points inside of Substance Painter. So for the sake of this video I recreated Captain America's shield from the game Marvel Rivals. It's already baked, it's already optimized. All I have to do is texture it. So the first thing I do is create a folder and just set the colors as well as the metallic or roughness values. And I do that by picking the color selection filter. This is why it's important to have an ID map, because then you can just color pick it. Otherwise you would have to manually mask it out. But if it were, separate objects, you could still do that. And in some parts I have to manually adjust the mask. The most important part is that I set the masks, and I'm happy with how the final selection looks. After that I add an anchor point. What that basically does in Substance Painter is it allows me to reuse the same mask over and over again without me having to mask it out again. So for instance, the red parts will be a whole mask by itself now. I don't have to go through the color selection filter anymore and readjust it, or if I had painted a mask manually, I don't have to do this manually anymore, right? So I set my metallic values and the roughness, like how shiny it gets and all that. And then I create a new folder in which I add all the details. So I can add tileable noise maps or patterns, and I can use those anchor points to isolate which parts I want the patterns to be at. And then of course you have the freedom to adjust the roughness or bump or whatnot. And another thing in Substance Painter is when you adjust the normals by using the height slider, I usually add a filter with a blur effect on it and then a levels to tighten the effect. That way there's a slight fall off and it'll create a more realistic effect. By the way, I've been working on a workflow to replace Substance Painter with Blender and do all of this stuff in Blender itself. The reason why is that as versatile Substance Painter is, adding tons of filters on these layers does tend to make the software slower, and the end result in the viewport is not the same as you would have it in Blender or Substance Painter or whatever else. Considering Blender is usually my end destination with these models, like that's where I render the model or animate it or whatnot, I want to preferably see everything rendered in Blender as I make it. And that does include texturing it as well. But I will say the simple like Photoshop style layer structure in Substance Painter is very easy to get used to, because in Blender you would use nodes in your shader editor, and for if you're a beginner it could look scary. You might not know what to do, but I'll set it up in a very efficient way, similar to Substance, but also allowing the freedom of Blender itself. And then I'll set up a course on my channel for free, so you should probably subscribe. So there you go, that's how you use anchor points and basically reuse your masks to get the most out of your models. Yeah, that's it. So see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and join my Discord, where you can ask me questions or show me the progress of your game ready assets. And if you need help, I usually respond very quickly. So yeah, see ya.